fight like a roaring fight, crypto dreams under stadium lights, sweat and fire, hearts ignite. Evening sports buffet, with the Ginch replay. Highlights, wild scores collide, it's the riot live tonight. Plays drawn, bold on the chalkboard slate, rivals clash, it's a heavyweight fate. Every second pounding, can't wait. Evening sports buffet.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're on the Cole County Entertainment Network. I'm Ryan Neff, your host. NFL free agency. The new season has begun. I know just what's going on. But it's Wednesday, it's hump day. Thanks for tuning in. There's always the Ginch quartet there. There's just a couple of things. I went over all the free agency stuff in the last hour, 4 down territory. There's a couple of other things that just came through. The Dallas Cowboys making some moves. They have traded Osei Odigizua to the 49ers for a 3rd-round pick. They've also traded defensive lineman Solomon Thomas to the Titans for another 7th-round pick. So they're making some moves. So I went over all the NFL stuff last hour. I'm not going to rehash everything. Let me jump to the World Baseball Classic. The United States squad lost to Italy yesterday. Not good. Not good whatsoever. Hopefully they'll make it past the upcoming round. Games today, excuse me. It's like 84 degrees here today. It's a pitch going from 40 degrees to 84 degrees. Not used to the weather. Canada beat Cuba 7-2 today. Cuba's now 2-2. Pool A. The Canadians are 3-1. Later on, Italy, who was undefeated, who knew? They'll be taking on Mexico. Italy's 3-0 in Pool B. Mexico's 2-1. And then a battle of undefeateds, the Dominican Republic and Venezuela in Pool D. They'll be battling. Both undefeated. No games tomorrow. Friday, Korea will be taken on to be determined, and Puerto Rico will be taking on to be determined. Saturday, Canada will be taking on to be determined. Japan also taking on to be determined. Again, the USA lost yesterday 8-6. Now, did they get knocked out? They're 3-1. It's sort of screwy with the way they have their schedule set up here. Oh, so they were knocked out, the Americans. I did not know. I thought they said something on the news today. They lost, but they were still in it. So, egg on me, egg on my face. Let me go to some of the news and headlines. Excuse me. If anybody didn't see it, Bam Adebayo for the Heat yesterday scored 83 points. passing Kobe's 80 to take over second place. People are poo-pooing it because it came against the Wizards. I think didn't Kobe do it against? Didn't he do it against the Hornets? What I remember, they weren't much better back then when they played. I see people saying there should be an asterisk next to the name. He went to the free throw line. And it's not a free throw, by the way, it's a free shot. They should rename it the free shot line. It's not a throw. He went to the free throw line 43 times. How in the fuck do you go to the line 43 times? That means he was fouled 43 times. I've never seen anybody go to the free throw line 43 times before. And then I thought it was Bush League that the Heat kept fouling the Wizards, putting them on the line to extend the game so that Bam could get it's not a record because Wilt still has that. I don't know if anybody, not in my lifetime, will get over 100 points in the NBA. 43 times. Not only should the Wizards be embarrassed, but the Heat should be embarrassed for the way they ended that game. Then trying to extend the game so it can get the record. Iowa State blew out Arizona State today. Big 12 tournament. Bobby Hurley awaits his fate. I would gather to say that Bobby Hurley will no longer be the coach of Arizona State. What else? What else? This reported by Michael Rothstein and Mark Raimondi Espen. WNBA player Raquel Jackson filed a petition for protection against her ex-boyfriend. Atlanta Falcons edge rusher James Pierce Jr. saying that she was in fear of my life, and that if the court didn't intervene, she believed James would kill me. Back on February 7th, Pierce was arrested for stalking. He allegedly rammed his car into hers on February 7th. I hope he gets the help that he needs if all this is true. She needs to be safe. An ex-Michigan assistant football coach, Mr. Chris Partridge, he is suing Michigan over his firing during this Stallion scam. He was fired during the 2023 season. He was later cleared of the wrongdoing by the NCAA. He has sued the university, his board of trustees, and athletic director Ward Manuel in federal court. Partridge is now the Seattle Seahawks linebackers coach. He was fired November 17, 2023, amid the investigation. Partridge, in the complaint filed in the Eastern District of Michigan, says he's alleged he was made a scapegoat. The lawsuit alleges Big Ten Commissioner Tony Petitti presented Michigan Athletic Director Ward Manuel with uncorroborated secondhand inflammatory information that Partridge had told an unnamed student athlete to not be forthright with information when speaking with NCAA investigators. The complaint alleges that Petitti threatened to embarrass Michigan by presenting the information during a pending injunction hearing concerning a suspension of then coach Mr. Jim Harbaugh. Both Michigan and the Big Ten declined to comment. So there must be something to it. I have to keep an eye on that, see what happens. Let's go to the NBA, shall we? There's some news and notes. Curry's out 10 more games. He has a knee issue. Doncic is in a battle for the custody of his daughters. Dave McManaman, ESPN. I have to keep an eye on that. It could get ugly. 76ers Tyrese Maxey. He has a finger issue, a tendon. That's bad. He's out at least 3 weeks. Not good for the playoff push. Well, let me go to the standings as I do. I usually do them on Monday. In fact, I think I did do them on Monday. In the Eastern Conference, the Pistons are first still. Celtics are second, the Knicks are third, the Cavs are fourth, the Raptors are fifth, the Heat are sixth. Magic are seventh, the 76ers eighth, the Hawks ninth, the Hornets 10th, Bucks, Bulls, Nets, Wizards, Pacers, they all stay. Western Conference, Oklahoma City Thunder still on top with 51 wins. Spurs are second, Rockets are third, the Lakers are fourth, the Timberwolves are fifth, the Nuggets are sixth. Suns are seventh, Clippers eighth, the Warriors ninth, Portland 10th, Grizzlies, Mavericks, Pelicans, Utah, Sacramento all stink. Scores from yesterday in the association. 76ers outlasted the Grizzlies 139-29. Leading scorer for the Grizzlies was Ty Jerome with 26 points. Cedric Coward with 13 points, 16 boards. For the 76ers, leading scorer was Kelly Oubre Jr. He had 30 points. He also had 12 boards. Pistons over the Nets 138-100. Leading scorer for the Pistons, Jalen Duren, 26 points. Leading scorer for the Nets, go figure, Michael Porter Jr. He had 19. The Heat beat Wizards 150-129. If you had the over in this game, congratulations. The Wizards' leading scorer was Alex Sarr with 28 points. Of course, for the Heat, leading scorer was Bam Adebayo. He had 83 points. Hawks beat the Mavericks 124-112. Leading scorer for the Mavs, Klay Thompson off the bench had 21. Cooper Flagg had 14 points, 12 boards. For the Hawks, leading scorer was Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 29 points. The Rockets beat the Raptors 113-99. Leading scorer for the Raptors, RJ Barrett had 25 points. For the Rockets, your leading scorer was Kevin Durant with 29 points. Alperen Sengun having a nice season, 14 points, 12 ribbies. Suns over the Bucks 129-114. Leading scorer for the Suns, Devin Booker had 27 points. Leading scorer for the Bucks, Kyle Kuzma, 33 points. The Spurs handled the Celtics 125-116. Jaylen Brown pitching a fit, took to social media afterward. I'm not going to get into it. Leading scorer for the Celtics, Derek White, had 34 points. For the Spurs, Wemby, 39 points, 11 boards. Bulls handled the Warriors, 130-124 in overtime. Leading scorer for the Bulls, Mattis Bozels with 41 points. Jalen Smith, 12 points, 12 boards. For the Warriors, a leading scorer at the bench was Kristaps Porzingis, He chipped in with 17 points. The Hornets over the Trailblazers 103 to 101. Leading scorer for the Hornets, Brandon Miller had 23 points. Leading scorer for the Blazers, Jeremy Grant, 24 points. Kings beat the Pacers 114 to 109. Leading scorer for the Pacers, Aaron Nesmith, with 29 points. Leading scorer for the Kings, Devin Carter, 24 points off the bench. And the Lakers beat the Timberwolves 120 to 106. Leading scorer for the T-Wolves, Julius Randle and Anthony Edwards each had 14 apiece. For the Lakers, Luka Doncic 31, Austin Reeves 31. Luka Doncic 31, 11, and 11. I know for the Thunder, I saw somewhere where Shea tied Wilt for the most consecutive games with 20 or more points. He will surpass that, obviously. On the docket tonight in the association, light slate, Cavaliers at the Mavs, Raptors at the Pelicans, the Knicks at the Jazz, Rockets at the Nuggets, Hornets at the Kings, and the Timberwolves at the Clippers. Jump to the NHL. Standings as I always do. Eastern Conference right now, the Buffalo Sabres up on top of the Atlantic Division. Surprise, surprise. The Lightning are second. The Canadiens are third. The Red Wings are fourth. The Bruins fifth. Senators sixth. The Panthers seventh. And the Maple Leafs, rebuild mode after this season. They're in last. In the Metropolitan, Carolina Panthers right now with major separation. Pittsburgh Penguins are second. The Islanders third. The Jackets fourth. Capitals fifth. Flyers sixth. Devils seventh. And the Rangers last. Out there in the Western Conference in the Central, Colorado Avalanche on top. Dallas is in second. Minnesota is third. Utah is fourth. Nashville fifth. Winnipeg sixth. St. Louis seventh. And my suck-ass Chicago Blackhawks, they're in last place. In the Pacific, the Anaheim Ducks on top, with the Oilers second, the Vegas Golden Knights third, the Kraken are fourth, Kings are fifth, Sharks sixth, Flames seventh, and the Canucks, just having one of those years, are in last place. Scores from yesterday. And final in overtime, the Bruins beat the Kings 2-1. The Sabres over the Sharks 6-3. Canadiens over the Maple Leafs 3-1. The Blue Jackets over the Lightning 5-2. The Panthers over the Red Wings 4-3. Rangers blanked the Flames 4-0. Hurricanes outlast the Penguins final in a shootout 5-4. Final in overtime, the Islanders over the Blues 4-3. Stars beat the Golden Knights 2-1. The Wild blanked the Mammoth 5-0. Ducks over the Jets 4-1. Oilers over the Avalanche 4-3. And the Predators over the Kraken 4-2. Really, really light slate today. Canadiens are at the Senators. The Capitals are at the Flyers. Major League Baseball for you jabones. Scores from today. Ongoing right now in the bottom of the third, Blue Jays and Yankees scoreless. Earlier, the Braves beat the Rays 5-3. The Orioles beat the Pirates 7-2. Twins over the Tigers 2-1. Nationals over the Cardinals 3-1. Astros over the Marlins 4-1. Cubs over the Royals 9-8. Angels over the White Sox 8-4. Reds over the Brewers 6-3. Giants over the Royals 5-2. Athletics over the Diamondbacks 13-3. Rockies over the Mariners 11-7. NCAA men's basketball. Oh, breaking news. Breaking news. Bobby Hurley is out after 11 seasons at Arizona State. So he is out. Syracuse has fired Coach Autry after 3 tourney-less years. Oregon State has hired Michigan's assistant Joyner as coach. Let's go to some scores because the tournaments are kicked in now, my friends. It's going to take me forever to go through all these. Mountain West Conference Championship first round. Nevada just beating the shit out of Air Force 59-23. That's in the second. In the second, the MEAC tournament quarterfinal right now, Delaware State up on Morgan State 39-34. Halftime, the Conference USA Championship quarterfinal, Liberty up on Mizzou, Missouri State 37-33. Halftime, the Big Ten tournament second round right now, Indiana up on Northwestern 37-36. Still in the first half, Big East tournament first round right now, Xavier and Marquette are tied at 36 apiece. SEC tournament first round in the first right now, Ole Miss up on top of Texas 14-6. Patriot League Championship. They're early in the first. Right now, Lehigh up on Boston University 15-12. Phillips 66 Big 12 tournament second round in the first. BYU over West Virginia 11-10. The American Conference Championship first round right now, Tulane up on Memphis 21-15. In the first ACC tournament second round, Florida State up on Cal 22-15. Later on, you got Jackson State, Florida A&M, SWAC quarterfinal or SWAC tournament quarterfinal. Fresno, Colorado State, Mountain West Championship first round action. Conference USA Championship, New Mexico State, Sam Houston. That's a quarterfinal matchup. Cal Poly and UC San Diego for the Big West Championship. That's the first round matchup. Big Ten tournament second round match, Rutgers and Minnesota. Big East tournament first round matchup, Georgetown DePaul. 9 p.m. American Conference Championship first round, Florida, Atlantic and Temple. SEC tournament first round, Oklahoma and South Carolina. Oklahoma State and TCU in a Big 12 tournament second round matchup. Second round of the ACC tournament, we got Wake Forest and Clemson. Mountain West Championship first round, San Jose State, Boise. Big West Championship first round, UC Santa Barbara, UC Davis. And then way later on, Idaho and Montana, the Big Sky Championship. That is the final for the Big Sky Championship, Idaho and Montana. Earlier today, like I said, Iowa State beat Arizona State 91-42. ACC matchup, Louisville. Number 24, Louisville survives SMU 62-58. Atlantic 10 Championship first round, St. Bonaventure beat LaSalle 99-80. Big Ten tournament second round, Iowa over Maryland 75-64. ACC tournament second round, NC State took care of Pitt 98-88. First round, Kentucky beat LSU 87-82, SEC tournament. SWAC tournament quarterfinal, Prairie View A&M beat Bethune-Cookman 71-67. 8-10 championship first round, Loyola Chicago over Richmond 75-67. Final in overtime, Big Ten tournament second round. Washington beat USC 83-79. Mountain West Championship first round final. UNLV takes out Wyoming 73-70. In the SEC first round, Auburn took out Mississippi State 79-61. Final in overtime, Big 12 tournament second round, UCF in overtime beat Cincinnati 66-65. Big East tournament first round, Providence took care of Butler 91-81. And Southland tournament final, the final, McNeese State 76, Stephen F. Austin 59. On the women's side, Wednesday action. SWAC tournament quarterfinal right now. Arkansas Pine Bluff up on Alcorn State 59-48 in the fourth. Big West Championship first round in the fourth right now. Big one going on. Well, not a big one, but right now UC Riverside is taking care of UC Santa Barbara in the fourth. They have a 1-point lead, 51-50. That would be a mild upset. WAC tournament first round in the third. UT Arlington up on Utah Tech 49-48. MAC championship quarterfinal right now in the second. Toledo up on UMass 24-16. Earlier today in the MAC championship quarterfinal, Miami of Ohio took care of Kent State 65-58. SWAC tournament quarterfinal, Alabama A&M over Florida A&M 72-68. Southland tournament semifinal, McNeese over UT Rio Grande Valley 67-52. MAC tournament quarterfinal, Howard took care of South Carolina State 75-43. Conference USA Championship quarterfinal, Louisiana Tech beat Delaware 72-43. American Conference Championship second round, North Texas over Florida Atlantic 80-57. Final MAC Championship quarterfinal, Ohio beat Central Michigan 89-88. Colonial Athletic Championship first round, UNC Wilmington outlast Northeastern 51-50. Southland tournament semifinal in overtime, Stephen F. Austin beat Lamar 64-59. MAC tournament quarterfinal, Maryland Eastern Shore beat Delaware State 55-48. Conference USA Championship quarterfinal, Florida International over Jackson State 76-66. Big West Championship first round, Cal State Fullerton beat Cal State Northridge 80-65. American Conference Championship second round, Texas San Antonio beat Temple 59-51. That championship quarterfinal, Ball State beat Bowling Green 75-63. And the Big Sky Championship final, Idaho outlasts Montana State 60-57. Let me jump to soccer. UEFA Champions League. That kicked off. Did it kick off Tuesday? Yeah, it kicked off yesterday. Again. Yesterday, Galatasaray blanked Liverpool 1-0. Bayern Munich all over at Atlanta 6-1. Atletico Madrid beat Tottenham 5-2. Newcastle and Barcelona 1-1 tie. Today's UEFA action, Bayern Leverkusen and Arsenal tied 1 apiece. Bodo Glimt over Sporting CP 3-0. Paris Saint-Germain over Chelsea 5-2. And Real Madrid blanked Man City 3-0. Premier League will kick back in this week again on Saturday. Burnley will host Bournemouth. Sunderland will host Brighton. Arsenal host Everton. Chelsea hosts Newcastle. West Ham hosts Man City. Sunday, Crystal Palace will host Leeds. Man United will host Villa. Nottingham Forest will host Fulham and Liverpool. Stop. Golf this week. On the PGA Tour, it's the Players Championship down there in Ponte Vedra, Florida. Stadium course. Purse is $25 million by it. LPGA, they will not kick it back off until next week. PGA Tour Champions League will not kick off until next week again. The Live tournament is out there in Singapore this week. The Sentosa Golf Club, Serapong course, Singapore. The DP World Tour, they will be at the Hainan Classic, Hainan, China, Mission Hills. And the Corn Ferry Tour, they will not kick it off again until 2 weeks from this weekend. Again, NFL free agency, full swing. The 2026 season officially kicked off at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. We are drawing to a close for the championships, conference tournament championships, men's and women's. Selection Sunday, this Sunday, the field will be set, and they set those dumbass playing games, which just makes no sense. It's stupid. Just another way for them to make money. So I think I'm going to end it there. I was informed that Fuji's Philly Flair is canceled for tonight. Maybe the guest canceled if everything's okay. I will see everybody tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another edition of Burlington Sports My Favorite Ginch. I am Sid Ginch, right now, your host here on the Cole County Entertainment Network and Goose Media Network. Mr. Goose out there in Limerick, Pennsylvania. So, as I end each show, it's freaking warm. And then next week it's supposed to be in the 30s. I went out practicing. I have not picked up a golf club in about 7 months. When I was on the range, it showed. I just suck out loud. I'm a hacker anymore. I don't go out as much as I used to, like I should, like I used to. And I lived in Florida. But I'm just a hacker now. So I'm sure people can relate. As I end each show, practice compassion, practice empathy, have passion for what you do. Hug somebody every once in a while, you might make their day. Tell somebody you love them. You might not get a second opportunity. And for God's sakes, you see somebody struggling in whatever sort of fashion. Ask questions, inquire what might be bothering them, what's getting them down, why they're struggling. Because it might not just be saving a life. It might be saving a multitude of lives. Especially in the crazy ass world we're living in right now. So, with all that being said, have a great rest of your night, everybody. Whatever sports action you're going to watch tonight, enjoy it. I've got my fan on. It's still like 75 degrees. And then tomorrow it's going to be 65. And then the weekend it's supposed to be in the 50s. So you go figure it out. But there's only one thing left for me to do. And that's for Dandy Don to take me out.
Turn out the lights. The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.